I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't need no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
In the only building this franchise has ever known, we're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And away we go from NRG Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That one's caught along the left sideline. And he got this close to midfield before going out. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. We give to Allen out of the shotgun. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st down throw from Goff. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And they bring him to a stop with this run. Gets him into the red zone down to the 15. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2. Keeping it with Mixon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Super one.
Goff now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Again, the give to Mixon. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. Escapes the pocket. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Headed out right. Finds him on the crossing route. And they take him down right along the 30. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. All set up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. Now Nix on 3rd down. He's got it! Touchdown, Denver! So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
And the kick is no good. An early point after left on the table. Maybe later in this game, it's going to be a moment we look back on. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. We've got a close one here. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They'll start this drive out 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. On 1st down, it's gone. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down.
We're good, we're good. Super one.
Out of the shotgun, gone. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Try getting it to Nico Collins. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
We go tonight. Attack.
From the gun, Goff. He's throwing deep to the left side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Nico Collins, the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Nice moves on the return. He gets 17 out of it. And the Broncos get set to take over. They're set up at the 35 now. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Jukes one defender, and he found some running room for a nice gain. Calling about 7 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4. To throw, here's Nix. Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, once we saw them on the collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Nix from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans take over as he records his 10th career INT. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
DC.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He has the first over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first. Here's Goff. Finds a man right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
He finds his running back deep down the left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield and just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on...
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
That is such... As a quarterback, you put in so much work to get down near the goal line, and then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
Nix with it on first. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now Goff. Schultz with the catch. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. From the 48. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Goff. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans will add to their lead at the end of the half. slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Back to throw it. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got second down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break. They kick the running back in motion. Looking to throw. Hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
14, Broncos 6.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They're out and set, first and 10. Play action with Nix. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a jump play. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face second down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Christian Harris on the stop. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up third down. Now they send their back in motion right. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. That's cut beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a fourth down gamble. Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Nix. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. A gain of 27 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. He gets another shot here. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the 2nd time around.
And they draw up just the right throw, and we're tied. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the 2nd half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
No, go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Throwing is gone. Finds his target, Allen. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Riley Moss with that tackle.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Into the hands of Schultz. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans grab the lead on their first series of the half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. This is Mixon. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
Getting right back to it after that interception. And that catch in the end zone gives them the lead. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
First and 10 now from the 30. Goff trying again here after the pick. Connects on the crosser. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. Second and 6 coming up here. On the ground again with Mixon. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He beams one deep right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off Brandon Jones. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Nix off the play action. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick six. You get a pick six, you get a pick six. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick six and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
Texans facing a big play as they go for two.
We go tonight.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. They did it. He made the interception. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick six, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another two added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline to get out there to defend the two-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. On the return, here's Mims. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
Hey, Kate, the best kick returners I was ever around, really at any level, they want this opportunity. They want their chance to help their team. They know they're down, but they also know that return, especially a good one like this, can set the offense up for success.
It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Score now. Attack.
From the 32. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
We go. Attack.
He'll throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Houston first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Attack.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Go tonight. Attack.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. This is complete to Schultz. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Tonight, value one.
A handoff from Mixon, running right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. He's back to throw. Dell with the grab. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after it.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Shotgun handoff for Allen. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only manages 1 yard on that run, so now they'll need 3 on third and goal.
It's now third and
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
On third and goal, Goff has his man. It's Mixon. And in for the Houston touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch and the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans push the lead up to 12. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. From his own end zone, here we go. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. That one's cut along the left sideline. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Broncos will have a first down. Here's Nix to throw. He rolls to his right. He's going to end up out of bounds well short of that line, so the defense credited with a sack.
You know, in that situation, as hard as it is and everything flying around you, you just got to get rid of the ball. You got to know where you are. Not just wide receivers, but always got to know the boundary. Running backs and quarterbacks do. Looked like we saw a little bit of panic, hence going out for the sack.
Here's 2nd and 14. Trying to push it deep downfield. Put the body on the line for his team. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. First down from the red zone. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate. They doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Nix. Setting up the screen. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Now to throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A give to Allen out of the shotgun. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.